Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week's lesson, we are once again going to rip off a lovely little groove from Travis Barker. This one is from the intro and verse from his latest single, Bored to Death by Blink-182. We're going to sort of change it up a tiny bit. Throughout the track, Travis doesn't play like solid 16th notes between the right and left hand, but for this lesson, we're gonna. So that's all the faff out of the way. Let's dive straight in. All right, so what we've got is a 2-bar groove. Each measure is fairly similar. There's not going to be too much change. It's quite up-tempo. We're playing single strokes between the right and the left hand. The right hand is predominantly going to be up on the hi-hat, but every now and again it's going to come down to the snare drum. And the left hand's going to be mainly playing ghost notes, but every now and again it's going to let it pop on the out of beat 2 and the out of beat 4. So if I now go through the first measure quite slowly, it's going to be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So we're just playing a bit of a displaced snare drum. Instead of playing it on beat 4 where we'd normally hear it, just pushing it back to the and of beat 4. So let's just loop that round a couple of times. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now what you might find when you're playing this is when you bring your right hand down to the snare drum, you might notice that your left hand all of a sudden wants to start playing a little bit louder. So be a bit more cautious of that. Just make sure that you're always playing ghost notes apart from on the of beat 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, what I tend to do with ghost notes is just play ever so slightly to the left of the snare drum. I find you get a little bit more bounce and you get a different sound, and then when you bring it to the snare drum you get a slightly fuller sound. So let's loop this round and I'll shut up. Here we go. Let's go a bit faster. Let's go up there. Here we go. A little bit quicker. And a bit quicker. Alright, so moving on to measure 2. As I said before, very similar to measure 1. All we're going to do is add an open hi-hat on that bass drum of the and of beat 3, and then we're also going to follow up our accent on the and of beat 4 with a left-handed accent on the of beat 4. So you should get something a little bit like this. We've got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Quite hard to play slow. So if we loop that around a couple of times, and I'll shut up. Okay, so let's take that second measure, play a couple of different speeds, have a look at it from a different angle, and then we'll stick them all together. Here we go. A little bit quicker. And even faster. Sweet, so that's measure 2 sorted. Let's take both bars, stick them back to back, have a look at it from this angle, then we'll stick it all together, play it a couple of times, and then I'll sod off. So here we go. Measure 1, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Measure 2, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. That didn't lift as much as I wanted it to, so let's try that one more time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and Cool, so that's what it sounds like and looks like from this angle. Let's go up there and then off we go. Okay guys, so there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you can pop over to onlinedrummer.com if you want to go and download the sheet music. If you want to be an absolute legend and help support my channel, you can do so via Patreon, and there's a link in the description below. If you just want to pop over and say hello to me on Facebook or Twitter, there's links down there for that as well. So until next time, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more fun-free drumming ideas. See you later.